K1719. Let me just make the screen a little bit bigger and talk about the entrance. Yeah, we saw this before on the K, right, where we get Matthew getting some tension here. And it's not bad, guys. It's pretty quick, actually. I'm just thinking about ways to alleviate that little bit of tension. I think if we can really keep Nadia at this angle here, 45, as she comes through rather than straight out, then Yori, you can be a little bit later. You can kind of dribble in. Your arm goes with Nadia, and then she wouldn't be going quite so far into the tunnel if she came just a little. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually, to there. But I'd like to try and get Matthew feeling a little bit more comfortable rather than stretched. Doesn't seem to slow you guys down too much on the 17 build. Front pair, I just want to talk a bit about the 19s, because what you guys do in here, you can learn for block 18 as well in B slot, because we're seeing some strange angles happening at the start of the block. But look what goes on here. Think about this as the same move that you guys have on the 18. The only difference being is that you're going down rather than up. But that's a really good dynamic. See, Nadia, how you got your head the right side of Otto? Boom. And then you got a lot more flexibility in the piece. Try and talk to each other and see if you can get that same feeling happening on the 18s. This is the only one that happens. It looks like it gets locked down like a short 19, with Nadia staying on this side. And obviously, ideally, we want a standard 19 shape finish, so that Otto can keep moving out into the K build. Not the easiest of builds, guys. There we go. So it's a really nice, and I don't mean from you. I just think they're quite challenging. It's quite a challenging dive with the energy of the 19, and then outside center has to really see the path that their center point goes to, not to overdo it, but also not to get locked up in the middle. So it's kind of moving out to where I put the cursor there. There we go. Very nice, Nadia. And that gives Yora a chance to work with you. Let's check it the other way around. Yeah, so let's talk about that. So two things going on here. One is I'd like Nadia to go through a little bit further, and like on the 18, just keep moving around the corner so that you should end up where the cursor is now. That way you're not locking the door here for Otto, so Otto can then just keep moving. Let's put the cursor there. So there, and then Otto, because it's tight, you're going a little bit too far out to the K build. So that would be the improvement on this jump, guys. Consistency with the 19s, so that Nadia go through a little bit and round the corner so that we open up to a better K build. Like that. And then both of you learning from each other, actually. Nadia and Otto, if you could just watch each other in your A slots and then just kind of learn from each other. So see how straight that is there. And then Otto watching, see how Nadia keeps control of the hips into the 18. So I've been talking about the front pair a lot, and that's just because the back pair is super consistent. Really nice moves, nice hops. Be interesting. Let's just have a look at some of the B slot 19s, because I know we were working on those a little bit before. They look good. Wow, super hop there. And just a really good build as well. Matthew coming to the center. Look at that targeting the center grip. Both grips get picked up together. Excellent. Definitely got the flow going on this jump. There we go. Starting to learn that move as well now. Obviously it's out of time though, so we just need to, we've seen this thing a couple of times. And then Otto shifting out just the right amount, working with the center. Actually, I want to check Yora, because we had for a little while, we had you doing that kind of strange move into the 17. Remember when you were rotating? And so now what we're thinking about from the K is building the two-way on this line here. Perfect. Remember before how your hips would be creeping into this quadrant? Really good two-way picture. and you just look a lot more ready to go now because your momentum isn't swinging you away from the direction of travel on the block move. Fun looking jumps, guys. Wish I was there with you. Looking good.